Alrighty. So, actually printed out the walkthrough, so it should hopefully be easier for me to reference. Also highlighted some of it. Don't know how visible that is, but whatever. Yes, hello. iMotion. CDI motion. For some reason, it's making a the computer's making like a hard drive grinding noise, even though there is no hard drive in it. I wonder if I should be concerned. Oh no, wait, not Jack. Ah! In dark for some reason. Alrighty. Resume saved game, and I believe this. So, to further... We're going to change the audio settings just a second. Okay. So to further emphasize why I am following walkthrough, yes, that armor is important, and I'm actually going to show you. If you touch it, it comes to life, and you cannot kill it yet. Technically, technically, you could, as far as I know, you could probably beat the game without getting what it has. But that sword it has sounds really good to me because it doesn't break. And yeah, I was reading ahead. Oh, this is another one. Yeah, I was reading ahead. And actually, I should be saving in multiple slots. I'm gonna have to remember that. Because apparently your saves can corrupt as well. Or at least that's the impression I got. So you see this shade here? That's a very weird effect. Yeah, it kills you. So despite following the walkthrough, I do want to see some of the deaths, just to see if there's anything unique about them or anything like that. So despite following the walkthrough, I will kill myself occasionally. And that's just such a such an awesome death scene. Holy buckets. But anyway, if you don't get near the ghost, it won't bother you. Okay, the rifle's reloaded. That's a funny... Okay, I don't think I'm gonna need the dresser key. So I can probably just throw that. Anyway, I'm apparently going to want the gramophone. Search the cabinet, gramophone on the table, take it. Avoid the shade. Spooky noise. Photograph of Jeremy with me. Okay. The poker is apparently useless, but we want the matchboxes. Or the whatever. But dang, like, transparent 3D models. That's pretty impressive for when this came out. Yeah, so this game has an encumbrance limit, but apparently just carrying around a gramophone in your pocket is perfectly fine. To take the matchbox, optionally leave the room, go to the passage to the left. Okay, so this first door is optional. It only has story-related items, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save like I just did, and I'm going to reload once I get the story items. Because apparently there's one of those bird creatures in here. Nothing important. And technically, if I weren't following a walkthrough, apparently this has a... Uh-oh. A hint. It's impossible to tell if I'm lined up or not. Okay, so let's read the notebook.
Diary of Jeremy Hartwood. September 27, 1924. I have decided to keep this diary. Too many inexplicable events have taken place recently. Never have dreams so haunted my every waking moment. Perhaps my romantic mind was too dull, and has only now woken up to these new paths and visions. Some, seeing my recent paintings, may question my sanity. I can only ask them, what is sanity? Where does madness begin? September 28th, 1924. The night is pitch black. I am again drenched in sweat. I was wandering in the dunes, among giant standing stones. They were arranged in a circle, and the wind whistled about them. I plunged my hand into the soil and felt that repulsive thing which was trying to catch me. It seized me. I struggled to break free of its loathsome embrace and managed to tear my hand away. It was covered in sticky substance. I was gripping a knife. October 5th, 1924. The stone circle is a pentacle. Derceto's library is filled with books on the occult. I will study those books until I find some explanation for the dreams. The visions that haunt me must be connected to my discoveries. I shall have to undertake a profound exploration of my dreams. December 16th. Dear God, I have found the knife. It was hidden here, and what I have learned fills me with apprehension. It is a sacrificial dagger belonging to some unholy cult. The thought of that blade tearing through human flesh horrifies me, yet I must continue my research. Derceto is a storehouse of treasures. Was my father right after all? January 23rd. I spend all my days plunged in dusty books. The servants are convinced I am mad. At night, I awaken them with my screams. The dreams are draining what sanity I still have. I have tried staying awake, but in vain. My visions have changed. No doubt the influence of my father's research. February 7th, 1925. The Dark Man, that is what I call him, has revealed his true face to me. He appeared, as usual, near the fireplace, but this time he approached me. His terrible smile will haunt me to my dying day. His breath was ice, and his burning eyes froze me. I could not move. I know, as surely as I have ever known anything, that the face I saw, the face that has turned my nights into hellish torture, is the mask of death. March 10th. My exhaustion is beyond description. The endless reading burns my eyes. It seems that pirates frequented the area. Dr. Herbert insists I keep to my bed. I have moved to another bedroom and sleep much better now. The Dark Man has not gone, however. I know it. He will wait for as long as he must. Unless I, Jeremy Hartwood, can find a way to send him back to whatever hell he comes from. March 11th. My poor knowledge of Greek and Latin is a serious handicap to my reading. I have, nevertheless, made a great step forward. I drew the symbol on the floor. He can no longer go there. I want him to understand that I can do the same thing in my bedroom. I can imagine his rage and frustration. Only last night he found his way back into my dreams. March 13th. The translation will seriously dent what money I have left. I cannot paint. My pictures are clearly the work of a lunatic. The collector Thornhill's embarrassed smile was proof of that.
I must say, compared to the first Resident Evil, this voice acting is a masterpiece.
March 29th. He has come back. He found the door to my dreams. I am too weary to attempt any defense. I have no strength left to fight, and he knows it. He considers me dead already. Could I possibly? March 30th. How ironic! The cave my father sought for so many years is here, beneath the house. Wait, the butler discovered a crack in the cellar wall. A breeze blows in through it, icy and repugnant. I am filled with horror at the thought of my father dying in this place. I will carry to my grave the vision of his face contorted in the agony of that fatal heart attack. His body was twisted. He had webbed. His fingernails were torn and bloody from scrabbling at the floor. Dr. Gray concluded that death had been due to a heart attack. It was Waits, who some time later was informed that my poor father had in fact bitten off his tongue and choked on his own blood.
Yike.
March 31st. I explored the caverns in a dream. The dark man came with me. Strangely, I felt almost well. How can I describe what I saw? No. What words are capable of explaining such evil? I realized that my death was of no interest to him. The dark man wants something else. He seeks a body. His abbot servants are now free. I am the cause. It is almost funny. A curse is on Derceto. From the foundations to the very rooftop. I can no longer struggle, let alone eradicate the evil that grips the house. The end is very near, I can feel it. I have taken the decision to... May he who finds this diary pray for my soul.
Oh my. Well, I'm very glad that I took the detour to look at that. Okay, now if I recall correctly, let's... Okay, apparently. Okay. So, as I recall... Yeah, there's a squid monster in here. That will instantly start attacking me. So I have to just rush in here. And it's invincible, by the way, so I just have to run in here, get what I need, and run the heck out. Open the cabinet, and jug resting near the cabinet. Okay, I think I got through there without a hit. I do vaguely recall watching a playthrough like many years ago, but I only have the vaguest memories, and one of the memories is this is a terrible game, like from a gameplay standpoint. Like, so yeah, as we go on, you'll see more and more why I'm following a walkthrough. Jug resting near the cabinet. Hey, I think I got through without a single hit. What am I doing? Oh yeah, first aid kit. So apparently this is a special first aid kit because apparently it'll heal 5 points of, or 20 points of health, whereas I think the other one healed 10. And as far as I can tell from the walkthrough, both of these items are technically optional. But they're just nice to have, something like that. Go through the next door you see. Now, I'm very curious because the walkthroughs... Oh, this room is dark. Or did that say this room is in the dark? Okay, the lamp is on. Very heavy statue and book. Didn't catch what? Read the book.
A Brightness from Afar by Lord Boleskine, an account of his celebrated voyage to New England, 1824, Alistair Publications, Cambridge.
Following a splendid journey, the sunny harbour came into sight. The locals were much impressed with one's arrival in their midst. One had time to sketch several of them and notice signs of degeneracy. Some children showed one their queer hands that would inspire uneasiness. Upon the promise of a few coins, a child is undertaken to reveal to one a most prodigious phenomenon of a natural order. One admits to being skeptical as to the prodigiousness of the marvel, whatever it may be. Indeed, one suspects it to be little more than an evening stroll to some charming wooden hut situated in the forest hereabouts. One will nonetheless go, for it is always well to submit to such local enthusiasms. One admits to being somewhat flabbergasted. The Milky Way shines like the fires of the apocalypse from the inky celestial vault. Certain distant stars, normally invisible to the naked eye, were clearly visible, glittering indeed with a strange intensity. The heavy clouds that had settled above the village had no hold over that place.
One admits to being somewhat flabbergasted. Oh my gosh, that's...
It would be pointless to offer here the names of the constellations one perceived in utter clarity. Apart from the interminable length of such a list, one might conceivably risk being charged with exaggeration. The cross cast its shadow on the ground. The sea in the distance was dead calm. Tonight, one will return to that spot and draw those stars. Tomorrow night, one will at last see Halley's Comet in all its brilliance.
Halley's?
The youngster will carry torches. Despite one's developed sense of direction, honed by years of travel, one feels incapable of finding one's way through the dark forest unaided.
Hansel!
The drawings will, one is convinced, set light to the souls of men. Such a moon! One lost count of the craters, so sharply was their definition.
Such a moon!
As one is to seem excessive in one's appraisal, one cannot but feel that the forest clearing is indeed a place outside the common laws of time and space. Surely it is not an hallucination. How strange to consider that idle conversation, some research in the British Museum, and a voyage to this backward village should culminate in so astounding a discovery. It may be that others have noticed the extraordinary nature of that place. How else could one explain the presence of that cross?
This guy sounds like he should be voicing a Muppet, not be voicing someone in a horror game. Okay, anyway, I think... Search the night table. Night table? Hey. Take... Use... You can reload the lamp. Gosh, this is... Oh, also, you have limited lamp fuel, so you can screw yourself up by using it too much. It's not saying anything about the wardrobe. Nothing important. Okay. So yeah, when you exit the room, you have to, like, make sure that you unequip the lamp. No, I didn't want to take that shoot at all. So yeah, I'm very curious because there's a door at the end of this hallway, and the walkthrough just says it's not time yet. And so I am incredibly curious what's behind it. Yeah, there's gonna be a secret behind that. Like 100%. Oh! Oh my gosh! It's a heat-seeking axe! It's a heat-seeking axe! Run! It's a heat-seeking axe! Okay. Okay. So I now see why it told me it's not time yet. Oh, wow, those are some bassy footsteps. So that door's locked. Okay, so, you know that statue we picked up? That heavy statue? A very heavy statue? You wanna know what we're supposed to do with that? We're supposed to throw it... Oh, okay. We're supposed to... throw it at the suit of armor, and that's the only way to kill it. Anyway, next we go to the first floor. And at this point, I don't know what to do. I stopped highlighting at this point because I was growing tired. Go to the statue. It is a statue of Artemis, Greek goddess of the hunt, and search it. You will find 3 arrows. Statue of Artemis. It is so hard to run in this game. I truly have no clue. Oh wait, statue room. Turn left and you will see 2 closed doors. So from here, turn left. Go to this. The left one leads to the cellar, but it's locked. Go through the right one instead. And as soon as I take the arrows, well, I'll let it be a surprise for you guys. You find an arrow. You find an arrow. You find an arrow. Spiders. Okay. They are weak, but also impossible to kill, so just quickly go back through the door where you came through, ignoring the double doors. The spiders will not pursue you outside of the room, but they will still be there when you come back and will prevent you from going further. Thankfully, we will never need to come back into this room, and we will find another way into that room we didn't visit. Okay. This... I mean, to be fair, like, Resident Evil 2 had a number of, well, at least one enemy that you couldn't kill. But, like, generally you want to... Well, it depends upon what you're going for. I can probably get rid of this. I mean, you don't want ambiguity over, like, what is defeatable, you know, what enemies you can kill and which ones you can't. In Resident Evil, it's usually pretty obvious. Usually they're a big hulking beast, and, like, without any... I don't know, because there are boss fights, but yeah. No, these are horror spiders. Anyway, that was the longest stream of this game so far. But that's gonna have to be it for tonight. So, thank you for joining me. I keep looking at the microphone and not the camera, which is a bit of a problem. But anyway, thank you, and goodbye. I don't know. I still don't know how to end these streams. Auf Wiedersehen.